Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel English for Long Life. I'm Michelle and today we are here with you with our new lesson which is under the basic parts of speech and that is adjectives. Throughout our lesson today we will be discussing how to define an adjective, what are the different kinds of adjectives. Further, we will be providing a lot of examples which comes under the various types of adjectives. So, if you've missed our previous lessons, don't worry, we've dropped the links in the description box. You could go there, watch it and learn it. Further, if you've not yet subscribed our YouTube channel, please don't forget to do so. And also, click on the bell icon so that you will receive the notification with our latest videos. If you need to get connected with English for Long Life, we do have Facebook and Instagram. So, why do we waste time? Let's go in and see what's new today. Welcome back to our classroom. So, as we mentioned earlier, today our important topic would be adjectives. So, if someone asks you how to define an adjective, it would sound so simple like adjective is any word that is used to describe a noun. Right, but let us look at this definition too. Adjectives are words that describe or modify a person, a place, or a thing in a sentence. So remember, the adjective do describe a noun, but in detail it describes or modifies a person, a place, or a thing inside the sentence. Further, there are some more types of adjectives that we will be teaching you in detail throughout our lesson today. Let us have a look at what they are. Number one, proper adjectives. So today we will be discussing what proper adjectives are and where could we use these proper adjectives in a sentence. Number two, descriptive adjectives. Number three, quantitative adjectives. Number four, numeral adjectives. Number five, demonstrative adjectives. Number six, distributive adjectives. Number seven, interrogative adjectives. And the last one is the possessive adjectives. So now let us analyze each of them in detail. Well, the first important topic under the different types of adjectives would be the proper adjectives. What is a proper adjective? Although you've learned adjectives in several lessons, have you learned the classification of the different types of adjectives? Most of you might not. So today, within our video, we will share the knowledge that is needed, that you especially need regarding the adjectives. So let's see what's the first topic, and that is proper adjectives. Proper adjectives are the adjectives or the words that modify the nouns, pronouns, and proper adjectives. Now, how is a proper adjective formed? They are formed with the support of a proper noun. So always remember, a proper adjective is formed with the support of a proper noun. Now you might get a conflict regarding what is a proper noun. Well, I'll describe it to you through an example. I live in Japan. So this first part of the sentence includes a proper noun. I live in Japan. So you have the subject, you have the verb live, and you have the proper noun Japan. So you know a proper noun is a common name given for a person, a country, a place, or a particular thing. But they are in common. So that way in the first part of the sentence you have a proper noun and the next part of the sentence includes a proper adjective. I live in Japan and I love Japanese food. So it's clear that a proper adjective is formed with the support of a proper noun. So in the first part of the sentence you have the proper noun Japan, and in the second part of the sentence you have the proper adjective which is supported from the proper noun Japan, and that is Japanese. So let's have another similar example in our second one. I play football in Italy. I play football in Italy. So the first part of the sentence contains with a proper noun, and that is Italy. And the second part, it includes a proper adjective which is Italian. So have a closer look. I play football in Italy and I belong to the Italian team. So similar more examples could be like this. My wife loves Chinese food. So you can say I or me and my wife, we live in China. So okay, China is the proper noun in the first part of the sentence. We love Chinese food. So now you know that a proper adjective is formed with the support of a proper noun. The second important topic would be descriptive adjectives. A descriptive adjective is a word that provides more description regarding a noun or a pronoun. So simply, the definition, which is very common for all types of adjectives, descriptive adjectives do have the similar description like this. Words that describe nouns or pronouns because they all belong to adjectives. But what is a descriptive adjective? These are used to describe different qualities of the noun or a pronoun. So it's just not a normal word that is used to describe a noun or a pronoun, but it is used to describe different qualities of a noun that is being modified, such as the smell, taste, texture, appearance and shape. So this will provide some more meaning to the noun or the pronoun with related to the smell of a particular product or a thing, or regarding the taste of some kind of a food, or even the texture, the color, even the appearance of a particular person or a thing, and also the shape. So let us get in detail within the examples. Peter is an attractive person. Peter is an attractive person. So we know that Peter is a person. So Peter belongs to a noun. And we're telling that he is an attractive person. So here we have provided more description regarding his appearance. That means he is an attractive person. So here this word attractive is a descriptive adjective. Similar this way, Jonathan bought an expensive vehicle. Jonathan bought an expensive vehicle. So Jonathan had bought a vehicle which is expensive, and that most probably talks about the appearance once again, or the quality of the vehicle. That is expensive. So again, expensive is a descriptive adjective. The third important category, which comes under the classification of adjectives, is the quantitative adjectives. What is a quantitative adjective? A quantitative adjective are words that qualify a noun or a pronoun by quantity. So remember, it sounds the same with the name itself, quantitative adjectives, which is related most probably with the quantity. So these words answer the question, how much? So in what quantity or how much? So there are some few examples provided here, little, much, sufficient and enough. So these words do describe or provide more meaning which related to the quantity. So let us have a look at the examples. I have sufficient money for a holiday. I have sufficient money. How much money do you have? I have sufficient money. So now you saw with that example, this adjective answers the question how much. So the question says, how much money do you have for a holiday? So the person replies in saying, I have sufficient money. So we have provided the description, or we have described the noun money here by using the quantitative adjective sufficient. The next example is, people don't get enough exercises these days. People do not get enough exercises. So do people get enough exercises? No, they do not get enough exercises. So this word enough is a quantitative adjective which is used to describe the word exercises, which is a noun. The fourth important topic in our discussion today would be the numeral adjectives. These are the words that describe the number of nouns or the order of nouns. So remember, this provides a numerical value for the for the noun. So that is why it is called a numerical adjective. So you can say then numeral adjectives or numerical adjectives. So once again, I'll just go over the definition. Words that describe the number of nouns or the order of the nouns. These words answer the question for how much and how many. So there are words like seven, second, many, some, each, every. Remember, all the cardinal numbers and all the ordinal numbers could be taken as numeral adjectives. So I have several examples here like seven, second. Right. The second speaker held the crowd with his message. The second speaker held the crowd. So now we know the word speaker is being described using a numeral adjective, which is second, to describe about the place of the speaker. That is the order of the noun. So which speaker? It's the second speaker. So the next one is, and remember, this word second is a definite numeral adjective because it is definitely showing the numerical value of the particular noun. So therefore, it is a definite numeral adjective. Number two, many businesses were affected. Many businesses were affected. So many businesses were affected during Corona. So that way, this word many is an indefinite numeral adjective because it does not show a particular number, but it shows that it is quite a lot of a number which cannot be described. That is why it is called an indefinite numeral adjective. So number three, every child needs love. Every child needs love, and that is a distributive numeral adjective that is distributed among everything. And don't worry, we'll be coming in detail what is the distributive adjective, and there we'll be doing a discussion in detail. So just remember, every two comes under distributive, not just a distributive adjective, but it is a distributive numeral adjective because it is every. It is being distributed among all the nouns. The fifth topic would be demonstrative adjectives. Words that express the relative position of a particular noun in time or space. It could be like this, that, these, and those. So remember, these are the words that express the relative position of a noun. For example, if something is close to us, you can say this if it's singular. But if it's nearby and if it's in plural, you can say these. And if it's something which is very far, you can say that, relating to a noun. And if it's in plural form and something really far, you can say it like those. So this is something near and it's in the singular form. That is something far and in the singular form. These something near in the plural form, and those something far in the plural form again. Right. This knife is sharper than that knife. So these are the demonstrative adjectives that is used to show the location, the time or the space or the relative position of a particular noun. So here this knife is somewhat a knife which is closer to you, is sharper than that knife. So something again, a knife which is far away from the knife which you're talking, which is closer to us. So the next example shows, I want these shoes for my birthday. I need these shoes for my birthday. So this is something like nearby, and it is in the plural form because you have two shoes in a pair. So therefore you call it these shoes. It might be one pair of shoes, or it might be two or three pairs of shoes. That's why you call it, I want these shoes for my birthday. So I hope that demonstrative adjective is so simple and it's clear for you. The sixth important topic is distributive adjectives. So as you remember earlier, when we discussed numeral adjectives, we came up with a description saying that each also belongs to a distributive adjective. So now let us see what this distributive adjective explains. Words used to refer to members of a group as individuals. So it's a whole group, but we consider the whole group as one individual by using a distributive adjective. Like these examples. Now here there's a point in red, and that's very important because these words are similar to distributive numeral adjectives. That means distributive adjectives are more similar to distributive numeral adjectives. So there are examples like each, every, either, and neither. Apart from these examples which I have provided throughout the whole video, there are a lot of different kinds of adjectives like proper adjectives, demonstrative adjectives, descriptive adjectives, numeral adjectives, distributive adjectives. There are a lot of various examples These are just a limited examples that I've provided in my video. Right, so let us look at several examples. Each child in the club had access to the internet. Each child, so this represents a whole group. It represents a group as an individual, which says each child in the club had access to the internet. Number two, neither person had the strength to lift the required weights. So neither of the group, none of the group, or not even a single member of the group had the strength to lift the required weights. So these words could be used as distributive numeral adjectives too. A quite easy topic, which is number 7, interrogative adjectives. So these are the words that modify by asking questions. So when you ask a question, you modify the noun itself. For example, you use words like what, whose, which, and several more. So let us just go through some examples and get a wide knowledge regarding interrogative adjectives. What book is that? So you describe the book by using a question word, and that is what. So this word what is an interrogative adjective. So whose shoes are they? Whose shoes are they? So you describe this word shoes using a question word again, whose, finally, which this is also an interrogative adjective. The final example is, which book do you like the best? Which book do you like the best? So this here, the word which is again another interrogative adjective. So I hope you got a wide range of knowledge up to now regarding the different kinds of adjectives that we have discussed. So now let us look what is the last category of our classification of adjectives. Last but not the least, the final topic of our discussion today would be the possessive adjectives, and which is the 8th category under the classification of adjectives. So these are the words that sit before a noun to show the ownership. So it is already stated in front of a noun to show the ownership of the noun. So these are words like my, your, his, her, its, ours, their, and many more possessive adjectives are there. So here, these possessive adjectives are formed using possessive pronouns. If you know what pronouns are, this will be cleared out to you that my, your, his, her, its, our, their, theirs would be possessive pronouns, and they act as an adjective when it is stated in front of a noun. So let us look at the example. I walk to my school. So my, if you take the word my individually, it is a possessive pronoun. But when this is stated in a sentence in front of a noun, it converts from a possessive pronoun to a possessive adjective. So here I have circled the word my because it is a possessive adjective. I put her money in a safe place. So if you take the word her individually, then it becomes a possessive pronoun. But when you add it into a sentence and state it in front of a noun, then of course it would be a possessive adjective. I put her money. So whose money it was? It was her money. So the word money, and in front of the word money you have stated the possessive pronoun. So then it becomes a possessive adjective because you have a noun next to it. The third one or the last one is, when will your brother return home? So this book is yours. So these are possessive pronouns, and these pronouns are used as possessive adjectives when stated next to a noun or in front of a noun. Because it describes a noun, therefore it is called a possessive adjective. So here in the final example, your is a possessive adjective. Now let us brief ourselves regarding the discussion today. We came up with the description or the definition of adjectives, and then we discussed the main 8 categories which comes under adjectives, which sounded like proper adjectives, descriptive adjectives, quantitative adjectives, numeral adjectives, demonstrative, distributive, interrogative, and possessive adjectives. So I hope if you watched the video from the beginning itself, you would have gained a wide range of knowledge regarding the definition of the adjectives, the different kinds of adjectives, plus their definitions, where they are used, and for what purpose these adjectives are used, along with the examples. But remember, apart from the examples that I have provided within my video, there are a wide range of examples which prevail. So, let us meet again throughout our next video. Until then, let's have a goodbye. But before that, let me remind you to subscribe our YouTube channel and ring on the bell icon so that you would receive the notifications for our latest video. So, then goodbye.